Congratulations for taking the first step to home ownership through investigating, through research, through figuring everything out. Awesome. The journey to home ownership is one that is exciting when you're prepared, right? So I'm big on home buying preparation, getting my clients ready to get their keys and making sure they understand every part of the process. If you're in the market to buy real estate, watch this video. I'm Shana Rivers, your Atlanta real estate broker, making home ownership simple. There's kind of mixed reviews on if I should get my real estate agent first or get my lender first, because my real estate agent is just going to ask me if I've talked to a lender. So my answer would be definitely get your real estate agent first. And here's why. When you have your real estate agent first, we can connect you to all the pieces that are going to be best fit for you, right? All the other vendors, and people that you need. So through our experience working with them, once I talk to my clients and hear their specific situation and kind of get a little gist of their personality and what they're needing, I connect them with a specific lender. So the one benefit of me working with my preferred lenders is that I can call them. I can find out information. I can get them to do things for me a little quicker sometimes. So my job is to make sure things are going as smooth as possible, to get updates, and I may need an update on something in the middle of the day, but your lender may treat me kind of like I'll give this information to the client because you're not my client. Every lender is different. Not all lenders are that way, but basically your real estate agent just has relationships with people. And when you are all working together and you know how everyone works, things just can go a lot smoother. So with that being said, the very next person that you need to be in contact with is your lender. Whatever lender that you choose. From here, we decide if you're getting approved, if there's something that you need to work on to get approved, or we need to wait on something for you to get approved. I don't believe in no's. I believe in yes, or what can we do to get our yes in this buying process. A lot of people are discouraged. They don't even want to talk to a lender. They're just like, oh, I already, like in their head, they already know they're going to get a rejection or they're going to be told something. But on the flip, if you talk to a lender, the person that's actually going to be giving you the financing, then it's perfect because yes, they're going to run your credit. Yes, they need to look at all of your numbers, all of your information, all of your data, because it's not the same with anybody else. Your credit score, your income, your debt, nothing is the same or identical to the next person. So your affordability may be something different from someone else's. It may be more, it may be less. We never know. But this is why it's important to not just make assumptions when it comes to what we can afford and the position that we are actually in to purchase a home. I've actually had people come to me like, I don't think I can buy because of this and this and this, and they were approved within 24 hours to start buying a house. So I always say, let's go ahead and let the lender run everything. That way, if they say not right now, we know what we need to do. Some of my clients in the past have self-diagnosed. They paid things off or thought they had to pay certain things off that had nothing to do with what the lender was even looking for when it came time for them to actually buy a house. They self-diagnosed. They didn't want to get approved first. They were paying $10,000 and $20,000 for debt that they thought was debt, but it really wasn't debt. They were trying to pay off certain types of bills that were on their credit report that maybe the lender doesn't even look at, right? So keep in mind that let the lender diagnose the situation. Let the person that's actually going to be funding you the money tell you exactly what you need to do. So even if you don't get a yes immediately, at least you have direction and we can sit down and say, hey, these are the things that need to be accomplished so that you can purchase within the next 3 to 6 months, maybe a year, depending. Or we can get started in 2 days, depending on, you turning in a W-2. So all of that is something that I always want people just to go to the lender, get that part done as soon as possible. Even when you decide, hey, I really want to buy a house this year, go ahead and let's connect with your real estate agent. Start developing that relationship. Start getting the information that you need so that you are well educated as you're going through the process and even before you get started in the process. It just makes the process so much smoother. You'll know what to expect and you'll know what you're doing. Once your lender gets you your approval letter, the very next step is to start thinking about, and let me rewind, because a lot of people will start looking up or think that they need to figure out their location, where they want to be. And I say, let's get your budget. And then from there, we'll talk about where you can be or where your budget will fit. And even if it's a good time for you right now, based upon what you want and the budget that you are given, can that fit into your needs right now? So those are things just to take into consideration, even when you talk to a lender. Then we go home shopping. We look for a home. We find a home. We get under contract on a home. We get through all of our contingency periods on that home. The lender will give you your clear to close. We go to closing on that home. Easy peasy. Most people think that buying a house is very hard, very difficult. I would say that it's not hard, it's not difficult, as long as you're being educated along the way, you're being involved along the way, you're staying in the loop, and somebody's holding you accountable to making sure you're accomplishing those things that you need to get done so that you can get to closing successfully. Getting approved for a home loan when you're ready and you're qualified should not be more than 3 to 5 days. Actually, finding a house could be the longer part, especially depending on the market that you're in. If it's highly competitive, if there's a lot of inventory, if there's tons of competition when I get ready to put in an offer, if I have enough cash to be competitive in this market. And there's a video for that talking about the fees that you need to have when you're getting ready to buy a house. So keep all of those things in mind. Once you get under contract and we find a property, closing can be as soon as 21 days all the way up to 40, 45 days. The average is around 30 days. So we would have to plan that as your agent. We would sit down and we would plan that. If you're in a lease, how are we going to break that lease, or what type of notification do you need to give the leasing office? There's so many different things that come into play when you're getting ready to buy a house. But like I said, once you get under contract, closing takes around 30 days. So it's not a long, drawn out process. As long as you're on it, you're doing what you have to do, and you have an agent that is supporting you and working well with you and making sure that we are putting forth the best efforts to get you into your new home and get it closed. If you haven't already done so, feel free to like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you are learning something and these videos are helpful. Also, subscribe to my channel and share my channel with someone that you know needs to make sure that they understand this process of home ownership. If you're looking to work with a real estate agent here in the Atlanta area, also feel free to use the link in my bio, schedule a consultation, and let's talk about where you are and what you need to get what you want. Subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you next time.